Hello guys, welcome to the forecast. So let's see what the market has been doing, and looks like that EU has been range bound. So what I'm seeing in the prior price action, there was no opportunity for me to enter on a trade. I actually am seeing that we created a range and that we reached the lower liquidity area in a descending manner. So this is a high probability setup right here. If we would have gotten a nice reaction to the upside and then a long trade, because when we reach the liquidity area in a descending fashion, it usually means that we will reverse to the upside because the stops have been taken out and the market makers are ready to reverse the price. But we didn't get an evidence of this, so we didn't get a nice bullish candle to confirm to us a reversal, so there was also no opportunity for me personally to enter. What I would like to see now is a large push up, and then I would look for a trade because of this high probability setup before, but I need to see that evidence that the market makers are ready to reverse the price. Or I would like to see a nice trend to start to the upside and then also look for a trade. Also a high probability. If we do start to ascend from here, I would be really careful because of the prior price action, since then we would get a descending into an ascending, which usually ends up giving us a larger range. So something like this, I would be a bit careful when taking these sort of setups. And then we can also get a descending from here, like this, and then reverse to the upside and look for that long trade. That would be high probability setup, since it would be then a bigger descending structure like this. Also, what can happen, we can get a large impulse down and then get an opportunity to enter on a trade. That is also a possibility, especially on the euro pairs, where we can get a descending structure and then an impulse in the same direction. So let's now switch over to the euro and the Japanese yen. Let's see what we can see here. This one has been heavily range bound. It has been stuck in this range and there was definitely no opportunity for me to enter. We are seeing large wicks to the downside, large wicks to the upside, breaking the highs, leaving wicks, breaking the lows, leaving wicks. So we need to be careful about the liquidity areas, which are obviously below and above. There are traders on the lower time frames selling right here, keeping their stops above, buying right here, keeping their stops below. So let's see how the price reacts in those areas. Does it just break and retrace, or does it actually break and give us some nice conviction, something like this? Today is Friday, so I'm not expecting any moves really, but on Monday and Tuesday we will probably start to maybe push out of this range. Also, if we reach the liquidity areas in an ascending fashion, I will look for a reversal trade. Or if we reach the liquidity area in a descending fashion, I will look for a reversal to the upside. High probability setup, of course, since reaching the liquidity area in an ascending or a descending fashion usually tends to work out and usually gives us a nice trade. Let's now take a look at the Aussies. So the Aussie and US dollar, if anyone is in a trade short from right here, they would now be in heavy profit. I think 10% or even 11%. So congratulations to those traders. This one didn't fit my plan unfortunately, so I'm not in this, but it's definitely a really nice trade. So we had a range here, and there was an opportunity to enter right about here. Maybe some people were seeing this as a corrective trend, although to a downside. So they were seeing these nice impulses, and then they wanted to get in on a short right here. They saw this 2 candle break, but for me it's just a 1 candle break, to be honest. Let's see the lows. Yep, this is just a 1 candle break. For me this was not enough. We had this small range right here. I wanted to see a larger push out. I wanted to see like a bigger candle with a clean close, so without a wick, and then I would consider taking a short trade. So this one didn't fit my plan. I think it would be actually a loss. Let me see. Yep, it would be a loss. So good thing I stayed out of this one. It wasn't a good break. The wick, I didn't like it, and it was not enough of a break from this smaller range. And now we did break out of this range that formed after, but what is really important that we are in a liquidity area. Because we had a range here, there is a clear liquidity area below for me personally, and I know that this can just break into the liquidity area and retrace. So I need to be really careful. I'm not taking any trades at this point. What I would like to see, I would like to see a nice large push and then a break and retest trade, or a nice large push and then a flag. I would then 100% be taking this trade since we are trending down, and this would then just be a small pause before the trend continues. Also, what I will be seeing, if we will form a descending structure here and then reverse to the upside, look for a long trade. Or if we will form an ascending, then I will look for a reversal also, look for that short trade. And we can also get a large impulse from here. I will look for a long trade. Also, what would be a high probability setup is, as I said, we can get a smaller descending here, then a reversal, and then a look for a trade. That would be high probability for me because we would reach this liquidity area in a descending fashion. And when we do reach the liquidity area in a descending fashion, it means that the stops have been taken out, and that the market makers are very likely to reverse the price to the upside. That's it for AU. Let's now take a look at AJ. So AJ has been heavily range bound. Prior to that, we have started sort of a corrective trend, but it really looked like crap because we just broke the low, retraced, broke the high, retraced, broke the low, retraced, broke the low, retraced, and then we started to get stuck in this range right here. So this is a clear range with some clear liquidity areas below and above. Definitely important to note that. And what I am expecting to see more of this range, since as I said, today is Friday and Mondays and Tuesdays usually tend to be predominantly range bound. What I would like to see to take a trade, I would like to see a large impulse up, look for a flag, or a large impulse down, look for a flag to go short. Or I would like to see a nice ascending. As I said, this is a high probability setup, an ascending into a liquidity area and then a reversal, look for that short trade. Or a descending into the liquidity area, look for a reversal and a nice long trade. We need to be careful about a small push that can just retrace and then continue ranging. That is of course a possibility. So yeah, that is it for the forecast. Most of the pairs are pausing from their prior moves, consolidating a bit, ranging a bit. So I'm sitting on my hands. I'm seeing if AU will give me a nice continuation down. As I said, I'm looking for a large impulse or a really nice push with a clean close. So let's see what will happen, and I will see you guys in the next week for the Monday forecast.